gentlemen, making their way to the ring, they are the undisputed tag team podcasting heavyweight champions of the world, Windham and Soul, the Rasslin Bros Podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Rasslin Bros Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Phantom the Cook. As always, I am joined by Soul, the Interrogator. We got a hell of a one for y'all tonight. Sunday night, everybody had to have a little 4th of July fun or whatever you did for that extra day off. So, what's going on?
Man, brother, it's been a crazy week. And to be quite honest, I'm not much of a 4th of July person. I'm more of a Juneteenth person, if you feel me. But I got together at a cookout and hung out with some old friends I hadn't seen in a while. My plans with my daughter fell through, and so I didn't see any of my kids yesterday, which was kind of weird. But I'm not going to get too political about that, but I'm not usually much of a festive person. But then afterwards, we went down to a place in Seattle. We have our fireworks display in Lake Union, which is right next to the Puget Sound, and it's a big, huge fireworks display. And we watched from about a mile away. We had this just clear path. I didn't have to deal with all the crowds and all that stuff. We usually hold it down at this place called Gasworks Park. But I just didn't want to deal with all the crowds. So I went and just hung out. We played some cards and had a good time. It was good seeing my people. It was a decent thing, but yeah. So how was your 4th? Did you celebrate?
No, sir. No, sir. We didn't do none of that. Just laid at the house, took a day off, and relaxed. That's all. Got ready for tonight.
I feel it, bro. I feel it.
So tonight we're gonna get into our usual Raw SmackDown. Do a little bit of SummerSlam preview. We're gonna try to make sense of this whole SummerSlam thing as best we can. For those of y'all who will join the chat, who are already in the chat, who come, we will be taking some of y'all questions. Yeah, we can have a little fun with a little fantasy booking if we want to, as always. First place we're gonna start. I'm gonna give you. We're gonna talk a little Monday Night Raw. What you got a piece for Monday Night Raw?
Oh, let's see. Let's see. I'm not gonna really be going in order, but Roman Reigns made an appearance finally. Funny on a little side note, there was a couple articles I read that said Roman didn't go to Night of Champions because he didn't want to travel. And it's just like, that's kind of the time you kind of want the quote unquote tribal chief to be there. And couldn't bother, he's back on his bullshit. And I notice there's a lot of fatigue bloodline, but Roman did make an appearance. And, Jacob said that he was going to come to SmackDown and confront Solo once and for all. And I don't think that happened. Let's see. Io Sky came out to talk about her Queen of the Ring and then got jumped by Liv and the Judgment Day. That whole thing's getting really stale to me, man. I was like, I kind of want to, I don't know. There needs to be a shakeup in Judgment Day. Rey Mysterio wrestled Penta, and I fast forwarded through that match because honestly, I love Lucha Libre, but That's another one. It's I don't know. It was kind of stale to me. So it was kind of an underwhelming. Oh yeah, they tried to interview Ve- Lyra, who had turned on Bailey at Night of Champions, and she just was like all disheveled and didn't have her makeup on and was acting all crazy and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, this is a weird turn of events.
She actually, not to cut you too far off, she actually did a vignette
Yeah, it was a
talking.
vignette, not an interview.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right. You're
yeah,
right.
yeah. I actually like that she just looks a little crazy.
Yeah.
I actually like that about her because it kind of fits her, like, the good girl persona. Okay, cool, but I actually kind of like that she's a little cuckoo in there a little bit.
Yeah, I've been wanting her to turn heel for a while because I'm just like, I didn't like her as a baby face. She always had this like very scared and terrified look on her face, and it was like, you know, and when she'd cut promos, her voice would be shaking. And then the bird flapping thing, I'm just like, it's time for a gimmick change, and she needs to, because I was expecting a Night of Champions. It was going to be Bailey doing the Becky Lynch thing, and I was actually quite surprised when it was Lyra doing it. So yeah, so yeah, I saw that, and then I mean, the whole crazy thing, I just wasn't. I don't know if I was feeling that necessarily, but I'm glad there is a change up with her right now. So yeah, and I saw it was just a pretty underwhelming Raw. I didn't get a whole lot out of it. I think I texted you a bunch on Monday, and I didn't even bother taking notes. Usually, I take notes when I'm watching wrestling so we can have something to discuss. But it just didn't feel like there was much to discuss. I mean, Roman came out, and it was just Roman and Jacob. There was no. Oh yeah, Jimmy wrestled L.A. Knight, and uh, Jay got involved, and Jimmy or no, and then Solo got involved again, and then LA Knight
Yep.
won. Yeah, LA Knight won.
He
So
had hit him with the
I mean not
spike.
LA Knight, excuse me. Yeah, LA Knight, he won. He
Yeah, LA
won.
Knight.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
LA
yeah,
Knight.
yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Overall it was pretty underwhelming thing. I am a little intrigued to see what's going on with Solo, what he's planning on doing, because he was trying to. It looked like the MFTs left him hanging, which in he's trying to recruit LA Knight to work with him, and LA Knight declined. Thanks, but no thanks. So yeah, I don't know. What wasn't the best Raw in the world, but I've seen worse. So um,
Well, they kind of shot their wad off in the beginning with the Brock Lesnar over Femi thing.
oh yeah, 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 yeah,
Uh, that uh, we knew that. Well, we kind of assumed it might have been Night of Champions, but it really wasn't. They kind
yeah.
of put it together. They kind of put it together for Raw, which
That yeah, that's one of the things
I
I texted you.
I huh. Oba makes a good point,
Yeah,
which his point was when he was talking to Adam Pierce about that was, the title will be there. I got to handle Brock Lesnar first,
yeah.
which me and you had a conversation about that. The rite of passage is you got to go through Brock Lesnar to be the guy. I
Hmm.
think that became, Roman had to do it. Cody did it. Seth did it. Uh, you know what I'm saying? And I made the joke, well, that's why Jay ain't the man yet because he ain't went through Brock yet. But that it sorts itself out for right now. Now that part that was kind of the wide shoot off, and then the Seth Rollins Roman Reigns thing kind of cleared that path.
Oh
Which
yeah,
some
they're gonna wrestle for the last time. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I doubt that's the last time. But what it did do though, it created a little bit of injury because you get the Seth Roman for this match, people are a little like, well, why not just have Seth win King of the Ring so he could just immediately go for Roman's
The
title.
Roman. Yeah.
And I thought like that myself a little bit, but then I said to myself, that little birdie on Roman's shoulders, like, don't forget, I won King of the Ring. I just took Brock first.
Hmm.
I'm still owed a title match.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a
So
card that can easily be pulled.
yeah. So I wanted to bring up what you and I had talked about off camera, um, when it came to King of the Ring. I felt it was you were saying this is long term booking, but to me it just didn't make any sense because um, they could have had Brock interfere and somehow Jay wins King of the Ring, and then what the heck happened? That was weird. My camera shut off. Um, Sorry, they could have had, Brock interfere, Jay wins King of the Ring, goes after the winner who is now Sammy. And that would have made all the sense in the world. But instead, they made Oba win, Jay loses, but yet Oba decides, I'm not going after anybody. I'm going after Brock Lesnar just because I need my payback for what happened for the loss I had last time. And now I didn't see the end of Jay versus Cody. So I'm assuming it's going to be Cody versus. I'm assuming Jay probably won
No,
somehow.
Cody won.
Cody
Cody got
won.
that. Cody got the win.
Okay.
So, well, Paul, first off, we got a person in the chat. Paul, what's up? How you doing? Thank you for joining us.
Looks like we have two people in the chat. Is that
Okay.
Paul Nobleza?
So let me put it like this. Now, I know I said long-term booking, and some of this is we're tired of the WWE way of doing things in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But you clear Brock Lesnar off the decks in Minnesota because
Yeah.
you're not gonna. Because I've always believed this. The Brock Lesnar said bye to the fans of WrestleMania, which is his way of saying bye to the fans of WrestleMania. I ain't coming back.
Mhm.
You ain't gonna see me again.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Oba thing went over so well WrestleMania that you had to get three matches, at least you had to get three matches out of that because
Right.
Oba was red hot. Oba was red hot, still kind of red hot. It just don't fuck this up. WWE don't fuck this up. And then we'll go ahead and throw Oba and Brock for Minnesota. Seth, Roman, you can go to Seth and Roman. Pretty much you can go to that well for the time being because Punk is still out. Remember, Punk is still out. They got LA Knight tied up with the bloodline, pseudo bloodline right now. So that part you could do that. Now there's some rumors speculating. Now this is where I get the interweaving SmackDown to this. This is where we go to SmackDown. So the match was already made, Cody versus Jay, for the title. The kicker is the title match is on Monday Night Raw this Monday,
Hmm.
not at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Adam Pearce made the match because Nick Aldis, quote unquote, was sent home for SmackDown. So
Yeah.
Adam Pearce making that match makes you throw some old funky ass fugazi shit in there. Like, what the fuck Adam Pearce is doing this to Sammy? And immediately, the match is made. He wants to, he doesn't weasel out of it. He's just like, yo, don't I got to say in this? Yada, yada.
Yeah.
So that part's in it. Then this is the part where I say that Johnny Gargano, they had dangling that Johnny Gargano carrot in there because he goes and talks to Adam Pearce and Johnny Gargano's sitting there listening. So I'm like, just keep that Johnny Gargano carrot in the back of your head because that's going to probably factor into this some way or another. So that part is there.
Okay.
Now, I mean, I'm just saying it's going to have to be, it's almost like Sami Zayn is about to turn into Kevin Owens and Johnny Gargano's going to turn into Sami Zayn, which is
Yeah.
almost mirrors each other because we all know Johnny Gargano can wrestle his ass off just like Sami Zayn. So it's almost like just keep an eye on that part of it.
Right.
So that part of it for SmackDown is there. The solo, Jacob solo thing is a thing, but the segment that with Royce Keys and Jacob now puts that match into play because the history is, and Royce told him something to remember, I'm your family. And Jimmy looks at him and says, not no more. And Solo and Jacob walks off from Royce. So we got to keep an eye on that. That match is going to have to happen. We just don't know at what capacity it's going to happen. And to your point, how you fantasy book this about Solo just lying in the, I mean, not Solo, Jacob just lying in the weeds on Roman's ass. Royce Keys could be that first domino, could fall.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a third domino that's reportedly in the Performance Center. That's all. We don't know if he signed or not signed. That dangles that Zilla carrot, Zilla Fatu carrot as well. So if you're right about that part about the Jacob, which we think he is.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. Now here's how this gets interesting. Friday night SmackDown, for 2 SmackDowns in a row, you know, the MFTs left Solo.
Mm-hmm.
The line was used. We talked to the elders, and the elders don't like what you're doing, so we're going to step away. We're leaving.
Mm.
That was the line he said to Solo to leave Solo. Now,
Okay.
this Friday, Tama Tonga and Tala Tonga attacked Finn Balor.
Mm-hmm.
Which he then says to Finn Balor, I've spoken to the elders, and all of my stuff from my past, chapters from my past, must be closed. So first off, who the fuck are the elders you talking to?
There we go. Okay.
And this is, who are the elders you talking to? 1. And 2, now that's 2 Bullet Club motherfuckers you done went fucking with. Shinsuke was the early one.
Yeah.
Finn Balor was the other one.
Yep.
So that's 2 you done went fucking with.
Yeah.
And whoever these fucking elders are, I'm almost like, who either A, from the Bullet Club is lying in the weeds, A, or B, that old bald head some bitch that call herself the final boss.
Oh, The Rock.
Is that bald head some bitch lurking in the weeds?
Oh man, is he the elder?
Well, we know who the real elder is. It's Haku's sons to begin with. So
Yeah. Yeah, isn't yeah, but I thought the elders now were like Rikishi and Haku and who's the Wild Samoan that's still alive? Not Roman's dad, obviously, rest in peace, but
I think both of them have gone.
oh, are they? Okay.
I think Alpha and Sika both have gone.
Okay.
I believe so. Now somebody correct me if somebody correct me, but I believe both have left.
Paul, you watching? Tap in. Let us know. I know you know.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think both have gone. But remember, this is the reason why I say that, because remember when Raw's first episode, they consider Rock as an elder, and Rock is technically a tribal chief, quote unquote, because his is Lieti something. If I can't remember it correctly, Lieti something is the name. To that effect, I believe that was Rock's name he used on Raw that very first night when they did the solo, tribal combat between him and Solo. So that could be one of them. Then you can also have who. So there's the part where all this shit started to dangle together. Like, who is the elder?
Yeah.
And SmackDown also had, they had the women thing, but the Jade and Charlotte are stuck in this mid-card vortex. Not my line, but of Jade and Charlotte, and I guess you keep it a group as long as you can.
I was gonna say Chelsea Green and what's her name? Tiffany Stratton. They're all like kind of intertwined right now.
Well, here's how that can work out though. Tiffany Stratton and Chelsea Green can cancel each other out because one of them gonna turn on the other to get that goddamn title.
Yeah.
So now that exit out them two, and now you got Charlotte versus Jade. So in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, you don't like BFAB and me Chin there. I don't. Yeah, that's not the thing. But let's just say, okay, we know how Charlotte is. Can you beat me, bitch, by yourself?
Mm. Yeah.
Charlotte's gonna throw a B word in there somewhere. Come on, let's
Yeah.
see what you got. Old Charlotte will kick up. Old Charlotte will kick up in her narrow ass every now and again.
Man, Charlotte gets skinnier and skinnier every time I see that girl. Shit. Yeah, but yeah, I think Jade needs Charlotte right now. She needs a good veteran who can help her carry a match and teach her how to call a match. And I think it's a good matchup for those two. I don't know why my camera's doing that again. Um,
I can still see you though.
that's weird. I'm on my phone because my podcasting equipment's been acting wonky since day one. So anyway, so yeah, I think it's good, but they just kind of got him in the mid card, and it's just not. There's the storyline isn't very interesting right now. So I don't know. But I
Well,
think go ahead.
hmm. No, I'm saying, yeah, you're right about that. I
Yeah.
was gonna tackle in a little bit. You talk about Lucha Libre. Yeah, Ray Phoenix. For those of y'all who don't know, uh, you might want to go watch Ray Phoenix. They put on a hell of a him and El Vikingo. They put on a hell of a match. Ray Phoenix has been doing real good work with everybody he's been working with in AAA. But that doesn't shock me for Ray Phoenix because he's just that dude. He's just that kind of motherfucker to work with.
Yeah, I've always felt Ray Phoenix was the better out of the two between him and his brother Penta. But yeah, to be honest, I've really liked AAA, man. Since Undertaker took over as head booker, AAA's been pretty freaking amazing, man. Like some really good matches have been going. It's kind of a breath of fresh air because you don't have that stagnant old formula that WWE is doing, and you don't have the just ultimate nonstop chaos, nothing makes sense bullshit of AEW. So it was a breath of fresh air. It's like this is wrestling, and I've been really liking AAA, and so yeah, Ray Phoenix is dope. On a side note, I saw a promo. I guess Damian Priest is in AAA now, which makes me wonder: is he going to be working both SmackDown and AAA? Because that's a lot of traveling. Because as far as I know, him and R-Truth are tag champions, correct?
Yeah. And the Viking Raiders have been actively trying to they've been cutting promos and segments together. So that's gonna come in. But his promo, from what I've seen of it, because you told me about it, it's like that old. He's trying to go for that old. You remember? Did you ever watch him when he was Punishment Martinez?
No.
He's kind of, or he as earlier Damian Priest gimmick, but a little bit of that Punishment Martinez, Puerto Rican kind of style.
Yeah.
You know, that Puerto Rican, I call it a Puerto Rican gangster kind of style. Kind of,
Hmm.
I think that's where they're gonna lean to him in AAA because especially Undertaker being the booker and Undertaker kind of being liking Damien, took a liking to Damian Priest.
Yeah.
I think that's something to pay attention to just from him getting that spotlight. But
Maybe he'll take that mega championship off of Dom.
I'm pretty sure he will because
Dom has
that's the
been a
easy.
worthless champion over there. I'm like,
Well, that's his
okay.
gimmick. That's the
Yeah.
heel gimmick. Work
Yeah.
less, do less. Talk a lot of
Yeah.
shit, and he has that heat to do that shit better than
Yeah.
damn near any young fucker you probably ever seen have it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like be a complete scumbag, fucking
Yeah.
scumbag, and just we just fucking hate you. And it's like, yeah, he's got it at that young age. You better goddamn tap in while you can.
Yeah. Yeah. Facts. Facts. So yeah, we'll
Because
see
all
what
he's
happens.
because all I think he's gonna do is this might be a knock. Well, this might be a knock on the original, but he can literally tap into that Eddie Guerrero lie, cheat, steal for good reasons.
Who, Dom?
Dom can tap in that shit later on down the line.
He been doing that though, with the ring bell and all that shit.
Yeah, but now if they happen to turn him baby face, he could do it even in
Mhm.
a different way. And that might be a good farewell for him and his dad or whatever else,
Yeah,
plug
yeah.
in with that.
Right.
Plug in with
Okay.
plug in with that. But SmackDown, the Cody Jay match was pretty good. It was you could tell they always work together. Cody, they know each other. It went off without a hitch, but Gunther not really being a factor in that match kind
Hmm.
of tells me that him and Nick Aldis are gonna fight. It's just been brewing. They've been selling it that way. Just when is Nick Aldis going to get that match? And I think we said last week it's probably going to be WrestleMania.
Yeah, they'll probably do a little build up for it. Well, a lot of build up. He'll probably come back. I'm assuming something's going to happen at SummerSlam, and Aldis is going to come out and you know beat up Gunther or whatever. We'll see how that goes. But I for one would really like to see that match. I'd like to see Aldis get his one WWE match, his hello and his goodbye. Because I've seen his past matches in TNA, and he's a damn good wrestler. I liked him. Um, yeah. So we'll see what happens.
I just don't think because he was. I called him Maxis, so I want to correct myself. It was Magnus. Correct
Magnus, yeah,
myself.
yeah,
Yeah, I correct myself because I said that. Didn't realize I said it. But yeah, he's Magnus. I just think his promos didn't always get always over in TNA, but wrestling wise, even when he went to NWA, when they rebranded NWA, he still he was able to do what he did. So it'll
yeah.
be interesting to see. Gunther seems to be everybody's go-to to
Retire people.
retire or just that old school slap, as Big E called big meaty man slapping meat.
Yeah,
So
man. Yeah.
that definitely is one of those things that we can look out for to that, because now we're kind of gotten Raw out the way, SmackDown, and while we're going towards SummerSlam. And right now, what we know is now that we've gotten to SummerSlam, we know we got Brock versus Over, we got Seth versus Roman. Ooh, what is the rest of this card by any chance?
Oh, real
We
quick.
have
Wait, real quick. I want to just stop you just for a second if I can.
mhm.
So, if you notice on uh when Seth challenged Roman, he said one thing you've never done is beaten me. And man, I'm telling you, the internet lit up and it's like, dude, Roman's beat Seth several times, and they showed like photos of Roman pinning Seth many times from the Shield on. And so he's like saying you never beat me, and I was like, hmm, hmm. Yeah, I mean they trying to retcon some shit, and it's like, bruh, beat you several times. What are you talking about? So that was I felt was poor storytelling, but it is what it is. I guess it's going to make for a good final match between the two Shield brothers. We'll see.
Well, this is an interesting one, and I'm gonna throw this out there because you watched Raw. Paul Heyman was on Raw. Austin Theory,
Hmm.
remember that segment him and Austin Theory had where he's like, "I
Yeah.
didn't know you were here." Well,
He
now
goes,
you
well, now
know.
you do. Yeah, yeah.
That'll be very, very interesting.
Mm,
Just a tidbit of thought, but
yeah.
maybe Seth's thought process on that was maybe in a big match, 1-on-1 for the title, big pay-per-view, maybe. Even though I'm pretty sure it's happened off the top of my head, I'm thinking like, okay, shit, I know he has, but okay,
Yeah.
weird line of weird line to throw in there. But maybe as the tribal chief, he's probably counted as a tribal chief.
Maybe.
Now, in that iteration, then okay, then Seth has a point.
Paul just said facts. Last match they had Reigns. Wait, what the heck?
Oh, sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I think Solo had Soul had not Solo. Soul had a little technical difficulties. He will be back, but Paul, I got you though. There you
Man,
go. He's back.
I got dropped. Anyway, he said last match they had Reigns made Rollins pass out in the guillotine hold, and Paul also said Roman Reigns has beat Seth on numerous occasions. So, anyway, sorry I got disconnected there for a second, so I don't know what the.
It's all good. That's why I said maybe in this tribal chief iteration is what he's referring to, because that was a puzzling line to me in itself. Because if you're saying that, then okay, yeah, by the time he became the tribal chief, yeah, Seth didn't take that title off of him.
Mm-hmm.
So Solo, yeah, you could probably say that.
Yeah.
But it's gonna have to have some stakes in here somewhere around in here, which hopefully it evolved to something into that. Something into that.
Right.
But the SummerSlam card right now, we have those EO versus Liv. You tired of the Judgment Day? I am myself. They linger in this Raquel Rodriguez thing,
Mm-hmm.
which how long will that take?
She deserves the
And
title. That girl, I fuck with Rochelle Rodriguez. I fuck with her heavy, man. I'm tired of Liv. I love Liv as a heel. She's a good heel, but damn it, I'm just kind of again fatigue. I'm tired of it. Same old shit.
well,
Rodriguez
they
needs
had
some kind of title other than a tag team title, you know. So
remember, Roxanne had her little crazy ways, and Roxanne was,
Mhm.
it looked like it, and then all of a sudden that whole Roxanne Perez thing just kind of fizzled out.
Yeah, yeah,
So that was a bit curious, and the dudes of Judgment Day is like, man, that's all you can say is, man. I mean, Dom is Dirty Dom is Dirty Dom. Like, he's gonna have his own regardless, but just let the man come out of Judgment Day and just go
yeah,
ahead and just do the shit itself, or have whatever you want to, whoever you want to have with him in that part of it. But
yeah.
is there any match that you foresee right now that you want to see on the SummerSlam card that hasn't been made?
Oh, I was gonna say the only one I'm really interested in is Oba versus Brock right now. Um, I have this feeling that Sammy's going to be a transitional champion, and they might have just been putting that title on him just because they're in Riyadh. So I'm curious to see, what happens. So Monday Night Raw is supposed to be, if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be Sammy versus Cody, and
Yeah.
then which is probably going to lead into what's going to happen at SummerSlam, who's going to face who. I don't. If it's another triple threat match, I'm gonna fucking punch myself in the face. So tired of triple threat matches, man. I just think that I would have liked to have seen Sammy versus Jay because it's bloodline and they got history. I'm using this word fatigue a lot because just things in WWE has just gotten so stale. But I have a little bit of Cody fatigue. I'm tired of him being in the championship picture. Cody puts on a really good match. He's a great storyteller, but damn it, this is getting old. Like I love the thing he did with oh my gosh, what's his name? Oh my god, why can't I think today? My brain is not working. Who's Roman gonna face at SummerSlam?
Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins. There we go. My gosh, man. I kept wanting to go to like Tyler Rex, and I was like, they had a really good thing, like when he tore his pec and he wrestled anyway. That was such a good series. The thing he did with Brock was good. He's capable of putting on a good series, but just this whole thing with him always having to be inserted in the title picture is getting old. He can be a main eventer, he can be a top card guy without having to have the gold around his waist or wrestling for it. So I would have rather seen, and Jay, I'm not too big on his work, but I think him and Sammy would be interesting just because it ties in all that old past history. You know, Jay didn't trust Sammy, then he did, and then they didn't, and there was a lot of turns and twists, and that's my dog, and they do the whole handshake thing, and the bloodline and all that. Be a good, interesting thing. I'd rather see that at SummerSlam than anything with Cody. So
Coincidentally, they did that for the opening segment of SmackDown.
they did. I saw that. He's like, my dog, and they did their thing. I'm so proud of you, but you know why I'm here? Bloodline business. I'm like, isn't he bloodline? Like, like, and he said, he's as far as it being in the family, it is in the family. I'm in the family, so So anyway,
So, oh yeah, so that's true too. By the way, I left out that Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes are gonna renew their thing, which I believe this is the Trick Williams turn back to heel.
think so.
Yeah, I
Super
think
over
so.
right now, man.
I think he can work both. I mean, he has worked both because NXT was what he was a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then that damn Booker T with that trick. And Booker in NXT did a whole lot of shit for a lot of people on commentary. Trick Williams being one of them. But I think that
A shucky ducky quack quack. I
he
hate
did it.
Booker T on commentary. Oh my god.
Yep. But Stephanie Vancourt thanks him a lot for that shit because Lord knows the Devil's Kiss became a thing.
Oh yeah. He had to
So,
do the Jerry the King Lawler spot, but only in Booker T style. You know what I'm saying?
which, hey, he did it in a way that wasn't demeaning. He was just like, hey,
This is my
this
favorite
is,
part right here.
he did it in his own way, not in a creepy old man way. Well,
Yeah.
we all heard the term puppies, but that's still,
Do,
mellow.
do, I was gonna say, do you remember when AJ was like really clowning on Jerry the King Lawler back during her old run? She's like, "I'm
Oh
too
yeah,
too old for you, Jerry. You like him young." and, and Jerry the King Lawler got pissed, and they started arguing on the air about it. I was like, "Damn, that's crazy, man."
I think he
AJ,
had they got. I think he had a heart attack or something. Yeah, them young ones will give you a heart attack. I believe she said some line
yeah,
like that too.
yeah,
By the
yeah.
way, I believe she said the line like that back then. We have to go back and fact check that one. But
Well,
it was a
it also ties back to he got charged with back in the 80s. He got charged with rape of a 14-year-old, and I think he got off on it. When I say got off on it, pause means he beat the charge, but it still is kind of hanging over his head. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't know, man. That's crazy. So. Anyway, but back to Booker T. Yeah, he's a little more respectful. He doesn't come across as slimy and scummy and shit. So, and don't get me
yes.
wrong, I love Booker T. Man, I think he's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. But just him on commentary just drives me crazy. I can't stand it. It's just like God, do something else, Booker.
Well, I guess if you're training, you got to be there to see it through. So that's his
Yeah,
own way.
yeah, he's a great
But
trainer.
yeah. But I'm actually. I mean, I want to see the Trick Williams what they're gonna do with this Carmelo Hayes because the roles seem to have reversed because Hayes was a heel in NXT and Trick was coming up. So we're gonna see how this turns out.
Yeah, yeah.
And let's see who kind of stands out to that point. Let's see. Oh yeah, SummerSlam. Any other matches you might want to see them book, like something you've got an eye on that you want to see them book?
I mean, I've already made this clear. I want to see something happen within the Judgment Day, either Roxanne Perez or Rochelle Rodriguez turn on Liv, or both, or something. I want to see something with Rochelle Rodriguez. I think she's ready, man. She's ready for a bigger push. I like her big mommy cool persona because, I don't know if you're aware or not, but Kevin Nash passed the torch to her, and she took that real serious. He's like, he said on his podcast, like, you're an incredible worker, but you're a big girl. You need to work big, like, work big, as in, like, be a powerful chick and start whooping everybody's ass. And then, so she's got a good look. She's getting her promos down. I think she's ready for something better than just being Liv's flunky. And I just really want to see that come to fruition. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we got a couple weeks till SummerSlam, so hopefully something happens here soon. I don't know. I'm kind of grasping at straws here.
Well, we still haven't gotten anything. So we haven't gotten anything to do with Jacob yet. We haven't got anything to do with. Well, I'm assuming this Tama Tonga Finn Balor thing is going to be a thing. So that's one part of it. Uh, what else? We haven't gotten. Damn, I didn't write my notes down. What else haven't we gotten? I need this ladies thing to shake itself out a little more because what the hell's going on, Rhea Ripley?
Where's she been? Is she injured? I haven't even seen
That
her.
yeah, that's kind of the reason why I said what I said about EO picking Liv
Yeah,
because I was wondering where's Rhea in all this. No challenger, nobody hunting for,
no
no
TV
call,
appearance, no nothing.
no nothing.
I know she said she had been struggling with the eating disorder as of late. So I don't know. I'm throwing shit on a wall to see if it sticks. Paul 206, you should tap in and give your thoughts. Or anybody else in the chat. Um, I either she's injured or she's dealing with her eating disorder issues. I don't know. I don't know, but it was just weird. She won the title and then just poof, that's it. Nothing else. So I don't know.
Yeah, that part I'm wondering what they're gonna do with that on SummerSlam because that's got to be two pay-per-views now. You can't go that many without seeing that.
Paul says, I heard Rhea is injured, or Rhea I heard is injured. So
They also threw out somebody threw out there that her and Buddy Matthews are not no longer together or possibly somebody threw that out there, which
oh,
I don't know.
oh, oh, damn.
Somebody threw, but I'm not gonna throw that one in. That's their thing if that's the case. But I ain't
I
touching
mean,
that one.
do you think it's hard with them working opposing wrestling promotions and with all the travel they do? They probably just don't even see each other. They're probably so grown apart they just don't see each other. Like if Buddy Matthews was back in WWE or Rhea Ripley was in AEW, they could travel together like Seth and Becky, you know. Um, and even though she's not wrestling, but Brandy travels with Cody a lot with the kids, to keep the family together, and so that could be a factor. I don't know, but again, this is just rumors. We can't confirm nor deny anything. We just talking. But
Yeah, that's all that is. I just want to know what they're gonna do with her. Is because you got a lot of, like I say, people are out, so this is that time of the year where wrestling. They try to put them SummerSlam cards and the Saudi cards and everything together, but you got Rhea possibly out. You got Stephanie McCool out. You got Bianca Belair pregnant out. You got Naomi coming back from pregnancy. Which how long does that take?
When is that going to be?
Uh,
Yeah.
when is that going to be? I didn't think this whole Paige and Brie Bella tag team champion thing was going to last. Hell, I haven't seen Nia Jax or Last Legend either, except for social media. So
Yeah.
that's
Where
even
they
weirder
been?
thing.
I mean, they're not at the top of my list of anything, but I mean, I do like Last Legend because she's a former WNBA Seattle Storm player. Shout out to the Storm. But besides that, I mean, I've said this before. The women's division is a mess. It needs a retooling. Something needs to happen. Um, hey, maybe Mason Rook can come out and lead the women's division. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. Mason Rook's a guy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I kept getting him confused with Chaz Bono. I don't know, man. Oh man. Sorry. I apologize. I'm sorry, Lord. Please feed the starving kids in Indiana or something. I don't know, but
Mm,
I don't know. They,
ladies and gentlemen, please send all your hate mail to Soul the Interrogator for this one because I'm only laughing on the inside, not on the outside. Okay, maybe just a tad bit, but okay,
yeah.
maybe just a tad.
No, I don't know, man. Honestly, they need a dominant. I mean, I hate to say this, but maybe Charlotte needs to go back to the top of the card. And I've been one where I'm like, I was so sick and tired of her getting injured and coming back and going to the front of the line and winning a title. But I don't know. Maybe we need that right now because there's just no dominant woman in the women's division. I love Rhea Ripley. She's my favorite. She's like, uh-oh, one of my lights is going out. I mean, the other one's going out pretty soon. Oh, Lord have
See,
mercy, man.
you shouldn't have said that comment. Now your life's
I know
going
I
with you.
shouldn't. Hey, look. I'm just gonna get ahead of that and just sincerely apologize. In no way was that a knock towards the LGBTQ or the trans community or anything like that. I was merely making fun of Mason Rook and his appearance, and I apologize, like straight up. It wasn't. I shouldn't have laughed. It's not funny. But anyway, back to what we were saying. Yeah, WWE. We need a dominant woman to take over the division. I don't see it being Tiffany Stratton. Jade Cargill. They tried to put it on her, but she's just not working. She's not. She's not quite there yet. I love Jade Cargill too. Um, Nia Jax and Last Legend are out. I mean, Liv Morgan right now and ugh, who's the women's? Okay, Liv Morgan's the world champion. Who's the
You got
WWE? Oh, Rhea
uh,
Ripley, and she's not there. So yeah,
Rhea. Your champions are Rhea, Liv, Tiffany Stratton, and Soul Ruka on Raw.
yeah,
So and then Brie and Bella and Paige are the tag team champions.
mm,
I actually think I don't know how long this Bailey Lyra
Lyra.
Valkyria thing is gonna ship out. So oh by the way, you haven't seen Becky Lynch either since Soul took that title off of her either.
Yeah.
You haven't seen Becky Lynch either. So you got Raquel Rodriguez trying to go after Soul Ruka's title.
Mm-hmm.
And Maxine Dupree, I don't know what that's going on with that, but she ever since she cut that promo on not on Otis, on Chad Gable,
Mm-hmm.
it's almost like, yeah, they're trying to find her voice, to see can she find her voice and not just be Natty's trainee.
That
So
thing
maybe
kind of
that
that whole thing died out really quick too. Maxine and Natty. There was no
Well,
real
Nat,
good conclusion to that. Just
what's
Natty whooped
funny
her
is,
ass 3 times in a row, and then she left. That was it.
well, Natty's been doing that underground stuff, and she's in a
Mm-hmm.
program. She's in a program right now with Jada Parker, which coincidentally is Jay Uso's lady at this point in time. But
Mm-hmm.
her, she's in that in NXT, which is going pretty, which seems to be doing something. Nat, we have to at some point in time, if we keep doing this, we're gonna have to have a conversation about Natty and her, with all the talent that Natty has in the ring. How the hell she hasn't managed to get over is beyond. Well, it's not beyond me because Natty's promos are like Brett's promos back when he like Natty's promos. Like if she ever took anything from Bret Hart, she took his bad promos from his
Oh
younger
yeah.
years and never really evolved. Until like even with her being a heel right now, not talking and just kicking ass, is like what has been that disconnect between Natty for all these years?
Yeah. Yeah, I just they just keeping her around because of her association with her uncle and the Hart family, or um, I
I
mean, who
mean,
knows?
she's good at training people. She's good at showing people, like she's great at training people. She's trained a lot of the females. She's great at it. But it's one of them things where it's like she's great at training, but it's not. You know what? It's somebody she reminds me. Remember Sarah? Have you ever watched Sarah Del Rey?
No, I'll
Sarah Del
watch
Rey.
her.
Hmm.
I said I'll check her out though.
Sarah Del Rey. Well, she's. I think she's still one of the lead trainers in the Performance Center now. Sarah Del Rey had a mean indie career. Sarah Del Rey can wrestle her ass off.
Hmm.
She could wrestle her ass off, like really could, but she never really made it to WWE really like that. And she was on the indies for a while. She made a damn good name for herself. If you know about her, you know about Sarah Del Rey, but it's like, how many know about her? Or what's the other one I just popped in my head besides Sarah Del Rey, female that it'll come to me pretty soon, but she's like that. Natty's been in WWE for all those years, but it's look how many women have come since she was younger, and how many women have come after her that are even younger.
Yeah, she went on
It's
Chris Van Vliet and was saying that she was happy to do it, but her main role was getting other people over, and so real quick, Seven's in the chat. What up though? Salute Seven the Panther. Um yeah, and so she said she was okay with that, but it was kind of like, I didn't question, I didn't push back, I didn't really fight for myself, I didn't have my voice, and now I'm starting to get my voice. But man, I don't know, maybe we need to give her one last uh title run, let her be a dominant figure. I don't know. I don't know, because I like the Natty persona. I like her being a badass and not the glamour, smiley, niece of Bret the Hitman Hart and daughter of Jim the Anvil Knight Hart. I like her having her own identity. So
well that what well that's even like looking at Shayna Baszler.
they
Like
dropped the ball with her.
Shayna Baszler, NXT Shayna Baszler was everything you wanted out of that.
Hmm.
It's just when they call up to the main roster, it just never really like it started catching on, but then it didn't catch on, and then she started having her moments, and then the Ronda Rousey thing kicked in, and then it was like people were tired of Ronda Rousey and wrestling, and they definitely, you know, they should have did something with Shayna Baszler after the Ronda Rousey match
Yes. Yeah.
because that made every wrestling fan who hated Ronda Rousey at that point in time to be like, "Yo, we're happy as hell. Now do something with Shayna Baszler."
Yeah. Shayna could have cut a dope promo on I know they're friends in real life, but so what? I mean, Ronda Rousey shit on WWE left and right, and she still does to this day. She could have cut a hell of a promo and it said, any of you other little pansies out here who want to come into our business, you have no knowledge of wrestling, you don't have any love for the business, and you want to come in here and you want to make a name for yourself and get famous, you got to come see me, and then make it go because they fumbled Shayna Baszler really bad. I thought she was what was her moniker? The Queen of Spades. She was
Yep.
amazing, man. That girl was tough as nails. She had that look. I mean, she didn't have any eyebrows, which made her even scarier looking. Um, she was great. I wanted to see something, but they they picked up Ronda Rousey, who didn't even want to be there, didn't like the business, couldn't cut a promo. She could work a little bit, but her second run, she just didn't. And here's Shayna Baszler working her ass off, and they're not doing anything with her. I was just like, what the hell?
Well,
I,
Shayna was there first, but Shayna
yeah,
cut that promo on Ronda, saying that everybody forgets I was here first, bitch. You can't wrestle. You can't do what I do in here.
yeah,
It
yeah,
was a pretty good promo, but maybe Shayna's look, maybe Shayna's manly persona ish, hunting woman could kill you if she wanted to. Maybe that was a thing. I don't know.
yeah,
Because even some dudes have said, yeah, if I got to take a female with me, I'm taking Shayna Baszler with me because I ain't worried about shit. Which I'm like, yeah, I probably
yeah,
take her ass with me too. Which we
yeah.
have to come up with which we're gonna have to come up with an all female fight crew, by the way,
Oh
because
yeah,
we get to,
oh yeah.
we get to do ones all the time. We got to come up with an all
We
female.
just did one today. We just did one today.
Oh
Remember,
yeah, well, I
I
said,
sent you. I forwarded that thing I saw on Facebook to you about top team, and you and I both had our favorite teams, but not one of us put a woman in there. And I'm thinking about it. There's some women that could whoop a dude's ass, like no cap. And so I would have put Shayna Baszler in that category. Yeah,
oh, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, sidebar: any of your bar fight room brawls, if you're not gonna put the caveat on them, they in their prime or whatever. But anybody who got a list without Haku/Ming on them, fuck your list.
facts.
Fuck, fuck your list. Because if it ain't got Ming on there first or Haku on
Yeah,
them, yeah, you're pretty much. I'm gonna
yeah.
kick your ass. So I'm gonna whoop your ass. In his prime, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Oh yeah.
So
I
any,
think I think that Ming or Haku, I think he whooped somebody's ass today. He said, "Oh man, I
possibly.
still wouldn't mess with him in a bar." Shit.
Ooh,
Uh,
nah, I believe it's. There's a sweet. Who's the? No, we got a question from Sarah. Who's the
yeah,
greatest female wrestler of all time? Jesus Christ, that is the
that's a loaded
goddamn,
question.
goddamn. Well, we can start. Well, I can simplify it through two categories. We can do category who drew more money, or are we going in ring? I think that's always two different conversations.
I'm going to say Mildred Burke. And for those who
Yeah.
don't know who Mildred Burke is, do your homework, watch the movie Queen of the Ring. She popularized women's wrestling, and she's the one who trained the great Moolah, who was another all-time great. So,
Oh,
um,
wait. Fabulous Moolah.
yeah, she trained her.
Yeah, I know, but we're gonna use the Fabulous Moolah. You know, Fabulous Moolah is in Hulk Hogan's shithouse, right? She's in Hulk Hogan's shithouse with him.
Hulk Hogan's dead. Oh, yeah, yeah. I know what she did. She's
Yeah,
definitely she was
she's
pimping
in.
out women and doing a lot of bad shit. But a lot of people are gonna just like they say with Chris Benoit, even though he did what he did, people are still gonna say Fabulous Moolah. I say Mildred Burke. She was an incredible wrestler. I saw some of her old footage and I've read up on her. And if it wasn't for her, like before her, women wrestling was illegal. Men bookers wouldn't book them. A lot of athletic commissions made it illegal for women to wrestle, and so she was a trailblazer. So that's my pick, and I'm standing with it, man. So anyway,
Mildred Burke. I might have to do my research. Got one? You name one I didn't really remember.
Yeah. Yeah,
Did-
they just came out with a movie called Queen of the Ring, and thanks to WWE, because they didn't license the movie, they were doing a lot of efforts to get that movie kind of squashed down, and yeah, it didn't blow up the way it should have. But when I saw it, it was really good. It was a very good movie. It has an all-star cast. Walter Goggins from is that how you say his name, from Fallout? He's in it. He plays Mildred's abusive husband. Jim Cornette's in it. Um, what's his name? Marty. I can't. I can never say his last name. He was the evil sensei on Karate Kid. He's in that movie. So
okay.
uh, Martin, I want to say Kirkovy, but I don't think that's correct. Anyway, really good movie. It doesn't quite tell the entire story of Mildred Burke, because she got pretty much screwed out of a lot of money and a lot of opportunities later in life. But yeah, look into her. She's incredible. She trains so many women, and unfortunately, Fabulous Moolah was one of them. Ron Piss, with her and Hulk Hogan and Chris Benoit. So anyway,
Greatest female by eye test. Ooh, this is a tough one for me.
what does he mean eye test? Like best looking?
No, he's talking about in ring. Not, I said draw money, but just eye test in the ring could have a hell of a match. Shit. Oh, you're gonna hate me for this. Oh, you fucking gonna hate me for this. The one you want to see turn back into an asshole. The woman you want to see turn back into an asshole.
Who?
Charlotte.
Oh, Charlotte Flair? Oh yeah, no. I I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that at all.
And here's why. Oh my God. Because she has both of them. And
Mhm.
Charlotte rarely ever disappointed you in a match.
Yeah.
And I actually like younger Charlotte, NXT younger
Yeah.
Charlotte,
Me too.
even better.
Yeah.
She's not my be all end all. Seb, you're gonna have to just live with the fact that she cannot be my all be all end all be all.
Well,
But
and for those who don't know, Charlotte Flair is the daughter of Ric Flair. Seven might not even know who Charlotte Flair is, because he's not a wrestling fan, I don't think.
but
Uh,
I've seen like hell. I can even go to like Serena Deeb, and before she fucked herself up, she's like Dean Malenko's female cousin. Please watch Serena Deeb.
mhm. What about
Sarah
Medusa?
Del Medusa has a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
Medusa will always have a special place because you can't call a bitch Medusa and you not be that a bad motherfucker. I've always said that shit. You cannot call a female Medusa.
Better than Alundra Blaze, that's for sure.
Oh shit. You cannot call no woman Medusa and she be like, can she wrestle? You better fucking believe she can. It's just fucked up times.
I wanted to go back to Mildred Burke for 1 second. So when Mildred Burke had broken the business, she wasn't wrestling other women at first. She was wrestling men and beating men. So there's that to think about too.
Yeah,
Um,
men were putting her over to had to, but
what about China? What are your thoughts on China?
China don't go to wrestler. China's in ring shit don't do nothing at all.
Okay, I love China.
Not. I mean, I got China. I got a sweet spot for China in my heart. Don't get me wrong, but China's in ring is like powerhouse, but she was clunky. Like I take Black Jacqueline over China.
I love Jackie. Oh my gosh, I had a little crush on her, man. She was
Oh, you and me
Lord,
both.
Lord have
You and me both.
mercy.
I'm sorry, that pay-per-view that they banned that European Clash at the Cat, that one from the '90s that nobody can find.
Yeah.
Yeah, that botch in that match. Yeah, that lives rent free in my head as a kid, as a youngin' for years. If you don't know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about, I don't know how you're gonna see it. You might have to go to Pornhub or some shit like that, because this happened in a real live pay per view with some shit like on national TV. This I don't even remember the name of the pay per view.
Was it
That's
a
what's so crazy.
WCW pay-per-view?
No, it was a WWE pay per view. WWF pay per view. It was a European one.
Okay.
Battle of Brit, some shit, but
Did she have a titty
listen,
slip or something? Or
full on.
okay, yeah, I think I remember that. I remember that. Yeah.
She was on somebody's shoulders, and they grabbed her top, and the whole shit came out. Yeah, Google it.
Jeez, yoo-hoo! Jerry
Google it.
Lawler.
Google it. Trust me. But yeah, I'll take Jackie over her. Shit, I had a thing for Jazz, and I thought Jazz really was a very
Yeah.
good in-ring worker. She was a very tough woman.
Yeah.
Very tough woman. She's actually in WWE's Performance Center. So I got Jazz in there. Oh man, who else? Oh, I'm forgetting somebody that I know I love. I'm forgetting somebody.
What
Oh man,
about Wendy Richter? What about her?
Wendy. Oh, Wendy, man. Wendy. I saw. Wendy was actually they did. Now there is some shit about Wendy Richter. I think in either the Netflix, one of that in wrestling Netflix. One of them Wendy Richter was brought up. The Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. There you go.
Yeah.
When they did Glow, the Gorgeous Lady of Wrestling, they did
Mhm.
something about Wendy Richter. They did a profile on Wendy Richter as well, and some of the
Mhm.
shit Wendy Richter went through.
Yeah. She got screwed
But
over by Vince. It
yeah,
was like the screw job before the Montreal screw job.
I
You
think
know.
that's why Medusa dropped that title in there. One of the reasons too, because
Yeah.
that shit will never happen ever again in life. That another company's title will get dropped in the trash can on
Oh
national
yeah.
TV.
Oh yeah. I remember that. She's like dropped the woman's title and the WWE woman's title because yeah, she won and left. And she went to WCW, and that was right at the start of the Monday Night Wars, right at the beginning. And she dropped
And
that title, and I was like slack jawed. I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Oh, she took Vince's title over there." But Vince, if you
they
remember,
forgot. They
Vince
forgot
did
she
it
had
first,
it.
huh?
They forgot she had it, and her
Yeah,
contract was running out. She tells a story where they was like, "Yeah, they forgot I even had the title. My contract's running out."
yeah,
So I literally walked out with the title, and Eric Bischoff came to me like, "Hey, you want to do something? Drop the title in the trash can?" She was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah." And it
so,
took how many? It took how many years for her to come back because she did that one thing. Like, hey,
yeah,
hey,
yeah, yeah. Vince was pissed, but you know what? Vince did it first with Ric Flair because Ric Flair was, being booked by Jim Herd, and Jim Herd was screwing up WCW something terrible, and Ric Flair's contract ran out, and he wasn't able to renegotiate because Ric Flair didn't like Jim Herd, and so he went over to WWE with the title, and it took a lawsuit and a bunch of other stuff to get him to give it back, but yeah, he came out as the real world champion. I don't know if you remember that, but
that's how.
yeah.
That's how I think that story right there. I think that's how Ric Flair walked into. It's the one and only Royal Rumble
Mm-hmm.
where the title was on the line, and Ric Flair walked in from WCW and
Yep.
walked out the champion that same night.
Yep. Yep. He lasted
He's
like
the
an hour and some minutes. Yeah. That
he's
was
the
an
only
incredible match. But anyway, back to
he's
the women.
oh
We got to run it back. Like, so yeah, I don't know.
but
Yeah, there.
it's a lot of women. It's just Medusa has a sweet spot. Charlotte got she got a little bit of everything. So that's
So,
definitely
so let's just say my pick is Mildred Burke and yours is Charlotte. We could just run with that and
yeah.
see. I mean, that you said it. You said it. I'm just saying. Mine is Mildred Burke. I'm standing 10 toes down on that shit. I'm sticking with it. So
I don't have a definitive one. I really want to go. He kind of caught me off guard with that one. Seth caught me off guard with that one. I was like, damn, I haven't narrowed that down yet.
That was a good question.
I haven't narrowed it down. Speaking of good questions, hell, keep them firing, y'all. Anybody in the chat want to fire off some questions? Feel free while we're talking. We can go ahead and get y'all out there. We're gonna get some fan questions in, chat questions as well, old or new. We don't mind. It doesn't matter. But yeah, that one was interesting to me. Oh shit. Damn, my mind just blanked. It just blanked. Okay, back to what we were talking about. Now we got the women's out of the way. We got to figure out the women's division because that's a clusterfuck.
Back. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I
Something's got to happen because I'm getting to the point where and I love women wrestling. Like, don't get it confused. I'm a big proponent. Like, I watch both Evolution pay-per-views. Um, I think sometimes the women have better matches than the men. I love Io Sky. I know there's some people that can't stand her because of her size and her language barrier, but I think she's an incredible wrestler. But yeah, it's just the story, the whole division as a whole is just really suffering right now, and something needs to change. Do you remember what was her name? Awesome Kong? Was that her name?
Hey, yes, yeah. Hey,
He-
watch your mouth now. Watch your mouth out off the Kong now.
no, I fucked with her, but she came to WWE and was doing this thing where she's ripping the Barbie doll heads off, and then like before her first match, she got pregnant, and then she was never seen from again.
Yeah, that whole cute that was a Vince put. That was a Vince push because he had her at Karma. She got pregnant in that
Yeah,
push, and she had some complications or whatever. And that push never, because I remember
she
her
never came back.
going on TV saying, she got pregnant, she's pregnant, and she's leaving, and then
Yeah,
off, what should have been just wasn't with Awesome Kong, and I hate that for because she had stellar matches with Gail Kim.
I agree. I agree. I was
That's
so
a
excited for her, and I was like, eh, I'm like, what a time to be getting pregnant, like far be it from me
and
to
that-
tell somebody, hey, not to have children, but you're in the wrestling business, and this. I mean, Becky was able to go have a couple kids and come back and
but I think
wrestle.
that's the stigma had got gone because how many women back then said they got pregnant?
Right.
Think about it back then to where it was after because women just didn't do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just honestly, I mean, I can't even remember any time at any point in time when women just said that they were pregnant. You just see some of them disappear, and sometimes it just came back.
Yeah.
Women
Yeah.
that were in the spotlight at the time, like shit, Trish. I don't believe Trish didn't get pregnant until after she left. The
Trish
Bella,
Stratus.
Trish didn't have kids till after she left.
Hmm.
Uh, I mean, like Becky brought up Becky Lynch. Now it's a little more, accepted publicly more
Hmm.
than so than it was back then. But women just didn't get, which is weird because it's weird as hell. But
Yeah. I liked Karma, Awesome Kong. I liked her. I was really looking forward to her doing some things, and it's just really sad that she never came back. Just nothing. I think Vince was so mad about, he probably spent all this money on her promo, and then for her to just poof, she's pregnant before she even really took off. I think he was just like, yeah, well, that was unprofessional. I'm not messing with her anymore. Whatever. So I don't know. I don't know.
should they do an Evolution 3?
Not at this point. Not right now.
I say the only way you can do it, what is my way of how I want them to do it, and then the way they probably would do it.
Yeah.
Now, my way of them doing an Evolution, for those who don't know what Evolution is, it's an all women's wrestling paper.
Yeah.
So my reason, the way that I would like for them to do it is you make an Evolution all women's pay-per-view, you need to reach out to other companies for this. That would be mine. But we know that's not going to happen because WWE's not going to do that.
Well, they did with TNA. TNA is not a WWE company; they're an affiliate.
Yeah, I know. Well, if you say that's why I say the way I think they would do it is they would take TNA, they would take all their WWE talents, NXT, SmackDown,
Mhm.
Raw, TNA, probably a little bit of AAA, most likely
Mhm.
some AAA in
Mhm.
there too.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
And then they could do it that way. That's the way they probably would do it. My way would be like, shit, fuck it, open that door. You can do a forbidden door for women if you really wanted to do
Yeah,
it. If you really wanted to do it.
there's some good talent in AEW that I think if they're booked correctly, they would make a. There'd be some good stuff going on in a new evolution. But with the way the women's division is right now, I wouldn't be interested in seeing Evolution 3. Um, I think Evolution 1 was great. Evolution 2 was okay, wasn't as good, but they did have that battle royal, and that's where I think Alundra Blaze came back at that one, and she wrestled. I don't think Wendy Richter did, but Medusa, she came back and wrestled in that. Which was cool. And there was a lot of TNA talent that came in, a lot of NXT. It was cool. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing it, but I just man the I mean, who are we? We're a bunch of little, as Jim Cornette would say, we're just a bunch of small time bird lawyers. So who are we to affect real change in WWE? Triple H probably never see this shit, but you know, they need to do something in the women's division. Something needs to change. Who's the girl she was on LFG and then she didn't make it to the final, but they just brought her into NXT. Now she's part of a stable. She's a girl with the double chin. What's her name? Uh, one of
I actually just looked at her like 15 minutes ago, and now I just blanked on her name.
Yeah, me too. Undertaker really liked her, and I
Yeah,
thought her
she's a
finishing move on
big.
LFG was incredible. I was like, whoa! I think she might be. I think if we can get her up to speed, bring her up to the main roster, make her dominant. Um,
For body type, from what I've seen of her, yeah, you called it the double chin. I'm like, oh boy, I'm gonna do something that ladies, I like y'all the way y'all are. Your look is your look. I'm not advocating, you know, wholesale changes, but it's one of them women because somebody compared her to China. The comparison video was to China, to her.
um,
Just by look, just how China came in looking and menacing and whatever.
yeah.
That's the comparison to her.
Okay.
And I was like, and I'm looking at the young lady and I'm like, yeah, they're probably gonna make or pressure her or make her change her opinion. I think that's something we need to look into, like asking some of the older female wrestlers if we can make this happen. Older female wrestlers, legendary women, please hit us up. I would like to know from them. My questions to some of the older female wrestlers would be: what was the underlying pressure, or what was the overt pressure to alter your body's face or whatever?
Yeah, I remember China did that surgery on her chin. She was out for quite a while. She came back and her chin was smaller. I mean, she didn't have a double chin, but she just had a very square jawline, big chin. You know what I'm saying? She went and had that surgically altered. So, yeah, I don't know.
I'd be curious to answer to some of the women ask that question.
Yeah,
Answer that question
man,
and
this
see
has
how
been. I
it's
was gonna say,
changed.
yeah, yeah. I was gonna say this turned into a female wrestler. Ah, man, my homegirl Shubs is gonna kill me saying that. women wrestler segment, which is pretty cool because we haven't really given them a lot of shine. So we got 3 people in the chat. So
Ah,
should we finish up our predictions for SummerSlam and call it good?
I'm gonna hold off on the SummerSlam. Yeah, just I want to see the rest of the card fill out
Okay.
because they haven't filled it out yet. And I was looking at it to see while we were doing this, I was taking a look at it and it hasn't filled out all the way yet. So I want to let it fill out first.
Okay.
Maybe by the time we get to the next podcast, we'll have a good idea of what's
Better
filled
picture.
out,
Yep.
a better picture of it, and then we can go from there. I'm just doing the early big storylines of what we do know, what we're hoping for as far as matches, and then we can kind of get there once we get that card down because it's some interesting changes to this card. Like I'm pretty fucking sure it starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
Some
Okay.
some nuggets will drop tomorrow. By
We'll
the
see
time
what
we get to
happens on Raw. Yep.
by the time we get to the end of Raw, I'm almost positive some shit's gonna pop off with that. So we can wait another episode for that. That way we'll get there. It's wrestling. There's always some shit that happens. There's always some shit that's gonna change.
Facts.
That's why we're here doing this shit we doing.
Yeah.
So
Facts.
all right. And if anybody in the chat, 3 people we got in the chat, anybody any more questions, we can got doggone. Y'all ain't got no more to fire up at us. We gonna give y'all a brief moment to get y'all anything crazy you want to come up with. Taking all comers on this one. But if not, hey, send those questions. Put those questions in the YouTube chat. Put those questions in the Instagram chat. We'll get to them. And hey, by the way, if you join the live feed, hey, you can ask your questions while we're doing it. So we always up for fantasy booking. Hey, who the greatest wrestler? Whatever you want to come up with. Or if you just got a little bit something you want us to rant about, keep the rant to something we can get to. Don't send me a long ass paragraph. Shit, don't just send me no long ass paragraph.
We ain't trying to be here 3 hours. Shit.
Yeah, we ain't got time for no long ass rant. Just send me the rant and we can rant about this. We'll get to you.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure I got wrestling rants. Soul got them. We all got them. Shit that just pisses us off.
And there's a lot in wrestling that pisses me the fuck off right now. So
don't worry, we're gonna have that segment coming too. Something that just pisses you off, and we need to cut that shit fuck out.
hey, did you want to talk about you saw Forbidden Door? I know we're kind of time is short and so am I, but I know you saw Forbidden Door. I did not, but did you want to like briefly touch on that or
No. I'm gonna get you there first. That is my mission. I'm gonna get you there.
get me there? What do you mean?
I'm gonna get you there because there's some shit you missing in AEW, and I'm like, all right, so we can't be that way now.
I
You
tried, bro. I tried, but
you
then when
can't be that way.
they cut these god awful promos, and they have the booking is just shit for the most part. There's some really talented people in AEW that I really like. I love MJF. I like Will Ospreay. I like who's Jay Briscoe? Who's his brother? Briscoe.
Jay Briscoe. There's only one left.
Oh, the J. Okay, wait. I thought Jay Briscoe was the one who died. I don't know. Anyway, I like him.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm probably wrong. I like him. I don't like the Young Bucks. I don't like Kenny Omega. I don't like John Moxley. I don't like the Death Riders. I like Cesaro, formerly Cesaro. I like him. So, there's a lot of talent in AEW. Edge and Christian is kind of a good nostalgia act, but FTR, I used to really like them, and they all of a sudden they forgot how to put together a great match. So there's a lot of stuff in AEW I like. It's not the talent that I don't like. It's the booking and the way Tony Khan runs his wrestling program that I just don't like. And that's just me. I try, like I texted you I texted you when they were live in Everett, and I watched the whole thing. I saw Darby Allin do 4 coffin drops on MJF and win the title in his home state. And it's not his hometown because he's from like Seattle, not Everett. It's a big difference. But yeah, I mean, I gave it a chance and I liked what I liked, and there wasn't a lot that I liked. I just, but I guess you're gonna get me there.
Well, I'm gonna let you. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna let you rant. We're gonna do this another day. I'm gonna let you get your AEW rants off, and we're gonna
Mhm.
just have a conversation, pros and cons, and then we're gonna see. And we're gonna see. Don't worry, your rants aren't all wrong because I've had some issues with AEW because I was a staunch AEW guy, but I never picked sides. I just took them
Mhm.
both for what they are and both for what
Yeah,
they were. But we're gonna have a conversation about that because I think we need to
I
break
mean,
some things down. Oh, by the way, sidebar, hi Willow, get well
oh
soon.
well, yes, Willow
Get
Nightingale. I love
get
her. She's
well,
great.
get well soon, Willow.
She's great. She's great. Yeah, I'm
And
gonna just
Sev,
make
don't you
this clear.
Sev, don't you say shit either, Sev. If you hear this, don't you say shit.
Don't say
Don't
nothing.
say. He already knows what I'm saying to Skylar Diggins. I'm
Anyway,
sorry. I
my
didn't.
whole thing is I feel wrestling as a whole kind of sucks right now. So like it's not just AEW. I got rants against WWE too. Um so yeah, I want AEW to succeed. I want them to be competitive with WWE. I want to see AEW win. I'm not into tribalism. I don't, like back in the Monday Night Wars, I watched Raw and Nitro on the same night. We recorded one, watch one live, and then we'd go back and watch the recording afterwards on the same night. I loved both promotions, and I want to love both promotions. It's just can't. I guess I'm too old school. I don't know. So anyway, that's all
Uh,
I'm going to say about that. I'm done. I'm done.
all right, little Cornet.
No, Cornet. Yeah, little Cornet. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Remember, he's growing on me now. He's growing on me, so that's not a knock no more. He's growing on me over the years.
I love Jim Cornette. But
That's
I don't agree with everything he says either. Like he hates EO Sky. I love EO Sky. So, there's things I don't agree with him on. He didn't like Stephanie Vaquer. I love Stephanie Vaquer. She's like my favorite. She's mi favorita right now. Like Seven doing lap on
oh
those.
oh yeah. So Stephanie's yours then.
Well, I mean,
I mean,
you
Jade is yours, but I
know.
mean, Jade is his. We'll wink
Anyway.
at that one.
Yeah.
But
So anyway, I just didn't want to get into too much of a rant. Wrestling in general is just not doing it for me, but there's something I want to see them win. I want to see both WWE and AEW be competitive and put on some good shit where TKO isn't just sucking money out of the fans. And anyway, I'm sorry. If I keep going, I'm gonna be going on a rant for 3 hours, bro. About TKO and AEW and all this shit. I need to shut the fuck up. Mm.
ladies and gentlemen, coming soon on Wrestling Bros podcast, we will have a segment of Soul has to get it off his chest. Coming soon, we'll name it something. Soul, what are you mad about? We can't call it that, but we'll call it something else. Don't worry.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure that part out. I want to thank everybody who joined us tonight, who was in the chat, who was active. Please come back and join us. We normally do this on a Saturday at 10 o'clock Eastern, but we gave everybody a Saturday off and we took Sunday. So come and see us again. Not this
Mm.
Saturday coming, but the following Saturday. We'll have more SummerSlam. We'll get the SummerSlam card narrowed down. We will be taking more questions in the live chat as always. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I'm not saying goddamn Skylar Diggins or Paul's, goddamn it. I'm not saying pause or Skylar Diggins. Shit. And just for the record, sir, we know you are the boss around here, but damn it, this our podcast. I ain't saying all that shit. No.
Hey, Seven, I've been pausing all night. I've been saying pause all night. I've been doing it for Phantom too. So
no, I'm not doing. Say that shit till Monday. The kinder, gentler me might come out on Monday, but when we on wrestling podcast, God damn it, this is a whole other me. No, I refuse. That being said, everybody, thank y'all once again for joining us, man. Soul and always enjoy it. And we'll see y'all again, not this Saturday, but next Saturday. But if some crazy shit happens, you never know. Keep an eye on notifications because we might drop some on y'all when you least expect it. For Soul the Interrogator, go ahead, brother.
I was going to say subscribe, share, and invite some wrestling fans to the pod so we can, help build this up. So, we can really get this thing rolling. So subscribe on all socials. I think we have 2 Facebook accounts. We got an Instagram account. We're on, I believe we're on Spotify. Just, help us help you. So anyway, that's it. Sorry.
Oh, it's all good, brother. Free promotion is always good. With Soul the Interrogator, I am Phantom the Cook. And for everybody in the chat, thank y'all once again. We will see y'all again in 2 weeks or less. Y'all take care. Have a good one. Soul, hit the music, goddamn. Let's run them.
Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, making their way to the ring, they are the undisputed